welcome back, you lot. It's a delay for us. Sorry for the delay for you two. I was taking and Kel had a whole
Kel had a little Wi-Fi
technical
situation.
difficulties. Hopefully, it's okay now. We're back every week. Obviously, we missed 1 week because of their birthdays. And actually, news for you lot.
Yeah, it's the last one.
I've told you lot already. No more episodes up until June, because all three of us have exams. It's more important than this. Are
we going to be doing it in person then, or are we going to be doing it in?
So that's so basically, as I have paid for this annual Zoom thing, I'm going to be making the most out of this, innit? Up until January. So unfortunately, it'll be in person. But obviously, the Euros are coming up and stuff. We may do it in person.
We can slip in the occasional,
yeah, for sure. But for now it'll be online up until January of next year. But no more episodes will be released in all of May. But yeah, we'll be back in June. Anyways, back to what we're going to be talking about. There hasn't been anything that's, sort of crazy this week, right? Other than the UFC standard procedures there, football. Football. We could talk about Champions League, big games tomorrow, and seeing if we're not going to be recording the following weeks. Even the final, we're not going to talk before the final. Let's give our final predictions, because this is the last time we'll be talking about the Champions League.
So we're going to go through game by game and then say.
We can just say who we think was going to go through at the two semis and who's going to win the final.
I don't know. Well, you go first, Agaash, shouldn't it? We always go first.
So, as much as I like Chelsea, I think Real Madrid will somehow get through. They did their whole dark art with you lot, and I expect the same thing against Chelsea. They'll do their witchcraft and get through.
Double UCL La Liga double?
Perez just got violated in front of every single human on this planet. Do you think he's going to let his team get violated by Chelsea, the first team to leave the Super League? Not a chance. He will do something.
There's probably guns at the players' houses, isn't it? Like they've got
guns.
The families on lock.
Their whole family's been held hostage.
Yeah.
So I expect Real Madrid to go through. I hope Chelsea go through, obviously, but I think Real Madrid will go through. And then on the other side, I don't see Man City going through. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I genuinely think PSG will go through. And I think
both KDB was meant to be injured. He's back.
And Mbappe's fine as well.
Mbappe's fine as well. So both fully fit teams in it. Obviously, besides the small injuries here and there, but in terms of big players.
So for me, it's going to be PSG, Madrid final, and then PSG will win it. Hopefully, I need Neymar Champions League.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was going to be my prediction as well. I'm not going to lie. That saves time. But
I can't see. I don't see how PSG beats City in it. Like, I just don't. Like, these men don't have a striker, but say nothing, but they're just very good. Like, they'll just find a goal from somewhere in it. You saw against Tottenham, minute they were so good, man. In the first,
they were playing amazing. But the thing is, right? Are PSG as defensively sound than Tottenham?
Because you think they're better than them.
I think PSG are, in a sense. I think PSG have a better keeper as well.
Navas is a very good keeper.
Very good. I love Navas. Navas is cold.
But Marquinhos will be fit? Yeah, he will, right?
He's cold.
He missed. He went off for the second leg, innit?
Yeah. I think they're all okay. I think I don't know who. I know for Real Madrid they're missing Ramos, Bearman.
Well, Ramos isn't still injured. Yeah, but Hazard is back in it. Starboy's back in it. Mendy's not playing as well. That guy is.
Bearman, I've got Vasquez. Yeah, there's Bearman missing out. Chelsea missing Kovacic. I don't know. PSG. Their front three for PSG: Di Maria, Neymar, Mbappe, whatever. However they do it. Let's leave Moise Kean out of it. Whatever they do, I don't think Man City have answers for it. I honestly don't.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
there's
but
just something. Pep's just overcomplicates everything in it. As much as I love the guy, he'll play some.
Yeah, but City have been something different this year, man. Like we say that, cool. Against us, man, this guy played free. Like I know I'm going back in it, but talk about 2017-18. Yeah, we got final World Cup by Madrid. This man played 3 at the back, second leg. Obviously, had to go for it, whatever. Cool. Leon, Madrid. Even the thing is against Madrid last year, they absolutely destroyed them in it. Like they can on their day, they'll just turn up and absolutely. I guess it was 2 Varane howlers in it, but these men will just turn up and Like, it doesn't matter. And I just feel like PSG is a type of team where, like, if you can somehow stop Neymar, then it's taking it. Like, okay, Mbappe, obviously, he's world class, whatever, cool, but Neymar's the real one that gets it going, isn't it? And like this man missed 5 big chances against, like, literally 5 big chances against Bayern, but he still got man of the match. Like, that sort of player, innit? So you gotta, like, as long as you can stop him, like, somehow, like, stick Rodri on or something like that, and give De Bruyne that space, because he'll have that space in mind. Because the way these men work, the front three just stay forward, innit? Like, Mbappe will come down every so often, but those two there.
It'll be all Man City. It'll be all Man City.
City fullbacks like to get forward, and especially if they use Cancelo at right back, yeah, you think he's gonna keep up with Mbappe. Even Walker though, like defensively, like I think Mbappe's got him on toast.
These lot haven't played Cancelo. I'm pretty sure Walker's been playing.
No, he did against Mönchengladbach. He played well.
I'm talking about against Dortmund.
Oh no, I don't think he did. No,
I don't think he did. But Mönchengladbach, that's different, bro. These man just sat. Yeah, they play Zinchenko, Walker, innit? I mean, so I don't know, innit? But I guess I don't know. I think City winning it. I think
the whole thing.
Yeah, I have to, man. If they don't win it this time, then
City go through
and Real Madrid go through,
and then City, Real Madrid.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, if Chelsea go through, then say nothing. Like, I see, like, I'll give, if Chelsea can get through semi-finals, I think they'll win it, innit? But getting through is the big issue. Because even before the Real Madrid game, I was like, yeah, it's calm. It's just like, they don't need their players. Like, they'll still be good. I don't know, I mean, it doesn't make sense in it. But these one will just, the defense, like, we didn't touch their defense in it. And Chelsea just don't really have it. They have Mount, that's it, and they don't really have anyone else like that. And like, what these men will do is just like, what they did to Salah, they'll just do that to Mount, and then it's taking it. But I don't know it. But I guess we'll see tomorrow, isn't it?
Man City, PSG. Yeah. All right. Watch how Real Madrid win it, and I will end this whole thing. I'm not coming back.
And then they do the doubles one. They do the double, the league title, yeah. And then
I'm logging off. Everything's gone.
Perez will tweet, "Oh, they're scared to join Super League because we're the best team in Europe." He'll tweet that straight away, man.
Man. In the press conference after the Champions League final, they'll be like, "Yeah, we're leaving UEFA. We're never coming back."
we want it now. We're just
imagine. When he's gonna play, they're gonna play in Abu Dhabi, bro. Play again for a few years.
Randoms. Okay, cool. And Nagelsmann's gone to Bayern. Fabrizio's said it.
German managers are clear.
Oh yeah, and Konate as well. Konate is here we go as well.
Yeah.
What about? We'll see about that. Here we go. But it doesn't matter. Could be in the Europa League next year. Oh well, that's okay.
Nah, we're not yet. Not yet. Relax. Still have time. Get a big result against United this week, and we'll see. Yeah, statement performance. Right. Anyways, back to the main topic of today. It is Neuralink. It's Neuralink or Neuralink?
The Neuralink in it.
Is it Neuralink? I think it's Neuralink.
Yeah, but I thought. Well, anyways, Kel's going to be leading this because Kel was very eager to talk about this. Hopefully, his Wi-Fi doesn't collapse on us because then we're.
But, I'm not really knowledgeable on this topic.
Yeah, so, I don't know about Neuralink.
You can educate us in it, Kel. You can educate
Kel's ready to give us a little science lesson today, whatever science it is. I hope you're ready for this, man, because I'm about to be baffed. I'll be asking you questions like that because you were very eager to talk about this. And I know you went down this, you were telling me on party, I went down this wormhole at like 2 a.m. until like 4 or something, keep on watching these videos. So I'm expecting big things now. So go on, tell us.
I can't lie, the only video I watched for Neuralink was the monkey one, but basically I'll explain it like before the monkey thing. So basically Neuralink, the idea is that in the future, basically Elon Musk is in charge of it, right? And like there will be a chip in our brains that will allow us to do different things. Like, for example, it's initially aimed at like allowing people who are like paralyzed and stuff to be able to use technology, like say a mobile phone, and they can control the stuff on the phone with their brain by contacting through the chip that's in their brain. Yeah, don't ask me how it works like intricately, because lads, I don't know about that. But and so, but then I don't know if you've seen the Joe Rogan podcast with Elon Musk, and he's asking him about it. And one of the things Elon Musk said was that the idea is that eventually you'll be able to have conversations with people in different languages, like whatever language they speak, you can match it. And you can even have conversations because it will be programmed into your chip that will be in your brain, right? And you'll also be able to have conversations without saying anything. So the idea that you can literally like communicate with your minds, which is mad, isn't it? Because it kind of comes under the whole thing of like we want everything now, like we want like fast food, for example, and like notice how everything's becoming like quicker, and you need it like instantly. And so this is like beyond, oh, let me text this person and they receive it, they look at it. This is like literally second, like you don't even have to waste time speaking, which is absolute madness, guys. What is your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so is it so okay? So you know how we're all three of us are like scattered across the UK. We don't know, we don't live anywhere near each other. Am I like, as we're looking at each other right now like this, am I able to communicate with you like this without talking like this?
I think so, yeah. I don't know about that, but then you would assume that they'd get to the point where you could just think in your brain like, I want to tell this to Agaash, and then you would just receive it.
Agaash. That's mad.
Yeah.
So just any time during the day, I can just be like, I don't even need to say anything. Kel and Harish, let's go play Warzone. And you'll get like a ping in your head.
Of all the things, of course, this guy.
I like the new map.
I think, yeah.
Huh? You like the new map? So down, yeah. Say no.
Get onto that later.
Like the new map.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that one. Secondly, kind of with the whole game thing. Will I be able to play games with my mind?
Yeah. So there's a video, you can watch it on YouTube. I don't know if you can link it in the description or whatever. I don't know, but there's a video of a monkey. And what's the game? What's the game called with the paddle boards?
Is it not Tetris? It's something else.
Not like Tetris. It's like ping pong, like where there's two lines. Yeah, pong. Yeah, something like that. And he's playing it on a joystick, and obviously they're rewarding him with food, like when he like does it and stuff correctly. And so like, and there's another thing where there's like a little dot and there's like a square they'll put anywhere on the screen, and then he has to move it with the joystick onto the square, and then they'd give him food through like a tube thing. And then because they've got the Neuralink thing connected, the chip in his brain, they disconnect the joystick, and he's still using it thinking it's working, but it's not working, it's not operating, but the thing is still moving where he wants it to go.
Apparently because it's based Pong, by the way, the game. But,
okay.
Pong is
and so it's like predicting his movements by like the brain waves and stuff, like connected to the computer. So he's literally controlling it with his brain, basically.
So you don't need one of these anymore. You just use your brain, and it's kind of just like
you don't have. What are you gonna break now, guys? What are we gonna break?
So at least there'll be no input. There'll be no input delay nowadays. You can't blame that.
Oh my god.
The whole communication thing. So you're telling me so at some point, so Elon is the main guy doing this, right?
Yeah.
Does he want us to just not be able to use our mouth other than for eating it?
I mean, the guy's a bit, I don't know if you've noticed, isn't it? He's not like a normal person, if that makes sense.
A bit off in it.
He's very, I don't know what it is in it, but he's like you could say he's a genius, isn't he? He's a genius. But like he doesn't seem like, exactly. He doesn't seem like the kind of person that wants to talk. Like he literally went on a podcast and like he'd give you like a 2-word answer to something, and I was like, why is the guy even on the pod? But but like the thing I want to ask you guys is, how much money do you need to be paid, if any money, right? Considering you have like unlimited knowledge now with this chip, yeah? How much money would you have to be paid to have it planted in your brain? That's my question to you. If anything, you can even say free if it gives you all the knowledge in the world. I mean,
is there any risk of like?
Yeah, go on.
Just for more information, what are the risks of like death and stuff in it? Like, what are the
risks of death? Risks of death are very low, but risks of technology, such as a system like servers being hacked, or like the worry that they'll take data from your brain, and it's now not yours anymore. Yeah, like your deepest memories. Yeah, like the that you haven't told anyone, is just accessible to them now, and they could release it. But like that's if there's a breach, and there'll obviously be like confidentiality agreements, and obviously like it's like with anything, innit?
Yeah.
Download the update.
Let me get the cafe for.
You know, okay, let's say you have this sort of chip. You would know everything, right? You're basically a computer.
Yeah,
so
like you just know all these languages now as well. Like I could speak Tamil to you guys just like randomly. Like I'll just start speaking fluent Tamil.
I'd just jump out my window. That's the thing. So then the whole idea of like education and intelligence itself is done out then, isn't it? If everyone is given the same amount of intelligence and stuff, like information, then like whatever we have, this degree that we're doing, whatever GCSEs we've done, A-levels we've done, it means nothing.
That is true, yeah, but we know how capitalism works, innit? So obviously someone will create like a variation, and they'll create one, there'll be like subscription stages in there, like, oh, this guy's a retard, and he's on the base package, and this guy knows everything because he's paid the most. You see what I'm saying? That would happen as well. So then you back to square one.
And obviously there'll be I reckon what would just happen is like, you know, obviously like at the start of technology, yeah, like everything was the same, innit? Like I read like this when computers were created, like they're all like pretty much the same, innit? Then over time Apple went, you know, or Apple did this, Microsoft did it, it'd just be like that, like Kel said, and it'd just be like there'll be more and more developed states. So like, oh, what level? Oh, I got the 1.784 whatever chip, or I've got the 2 point something. And it would just be at that level, innit? So
you'll be like, oh, I have 1.7. I'll be like, I have 1.8. What's the difference? You know French, I know German as well.
Yeah. It'll be them ones in there.
Yeah. That's mad.
What about when you're running out of memory, fam? You're gonna be like, oh, how much? You're like, oh, bro,
storage as well.
I only got 200 megabytes left, bro. What do I do?
Storage as well. You're gonna have to.
I can't download the language back. Sorry, I can't.
Like you're chatting to someone in Spanish. You're chatting to someone in Spanish, and you don't have the whole like language pack downloaded. You just stop mid sentence. Like, I don't know the rest of it.
No, you're gonna download something, yeah, and then you tell your parents, oh, sorry, I need to uninstall English, yeah, I won't be able to chat to you again. Say.
Now, when your teacher's like, oh, the homework, everyone give them someone got storage to download it. Can't do it. It'll be one of them, innit? Now, I'm sure obviously it'll be like, we're making it sound like retarded, innit? I'm sure it'll actually be.
How much would I pay? To be honest, I'm kind of shook at this kind of stuff, innit? Because it's not even about that. It's you have like an electronic device.
And would you be like one of the first in the world to do it? Would you be the first in the world to do it?
Nah.
Oh, he's poured down. He's gone now.
No, it's okay. No, it's okay.
Like the prototype person. No, yeah. Be the prototype person, bro.
Oh wow, then you got to give me at least a couple mil. Run me a couple mil, innit?
Yeah, not that. Prototype is a madness. You could just start spazzing out, like.
Yeah, exactly. Probably died as well, realistically.
There'll be a glitch, and you are sorry, man. I glitched out for a second.
How much did you pay? A couple mil?
To be the prototype, yeah, 100%. To be the
not
prototype.
He said he didn't say prototype.
Not prototype. So like,
I would not take the prototype.
So let's say, for argument's sake, let's say like 100,000 people have done it, and of those like 6 have died. In that case, how much? So because obviously within each, yeah, like let's say vaccine numbers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do it.
For a meal.
Free.
It's bruv. If you don't take it, you're behind everyone else in it. The whole Super League thing in it. If you don't join it, then you're gonna be left behind, sort of thing in it. So I'm doing a sensible thing, and I'll be doing it. I'll be chatting to people. I can't do that. I'm saying that.
I'd be part of the purists that don't take it, and we'll start our own little mini civilization.
And
we'll end up going to war with them at some point.
But you know, at that point, then they can probably stop all forms of crime, yeah, because obviously they can just listen.
They can control you guys. We just forgotten about that.
Yeah, so hold on. So they can stop us from doing stuff as well. Then, innit? Like, can they control our body? It's our whole
because they control your brain.
Can I just send a message like, you're doing something wrong? Please return. Please stop doing that sort of thing.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure you wouldn't get that coat? I don't know about that, man. Oh damn! I never really thought.
Oh,
He's gonna return it.
oh damn it, guys! I can't take it now.
I don't know.
Unfortunately.
Like I don't want to be
know.
doing something, and I'm just gonna get like a message from my mum saying, "What are you doing? Are you doing? What are you this or that?" And I'll get like an SMS.
I was like, "Oh, where are you?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just in my room studying." Really, it doesn't say that.
And then I have a GPS thing that's connected to her.
Yeah,
so she'll know
but,
where I am. I can't
like,
even.
No,
lie.
you're not. You're somewhere else. You're at KFC
Yeah.
eating. And I was like, oh, all right.
No, this is mad. I don't.
Yeah, and if you're playing too with Xbox, mom can just turn it off. She's like, "Oh yeah."
She could just
just think it, turn it off.
It's not right, innit?
Obviously, there'll be like privacy controls and stuff like that. You know, everyone's right to.
Yeah, you've got to sign the user agreement, innit? You will sign that.
You don't even
no one's gonna read it.
Just click. Yeah.
How much? Couple mil as well. Couple mil. I want my family, my next generation of family to be packed.
Be all sorted. It doesn't say nothing in it.
Then I'll be good. I have a question actually on this. It's not ethically right, is it?
No.
It's not like, and they're testing this all on animals. What are your points on that? What are your views on that?
Well, animal testing. Oh god.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Oh, this is a whole nother. Yeah.
Because the whole video that you sent us was the one of the monkey.
Yeah. I've seen that video before. But
you watch it, you're just a bit like, is it right? Is this right? Obviously, the monkey might be smart. I'm not saying it's not smart. It might already be smart. I don't think they're doing anything like to harm it in a way, but they're still sort of surgically doing stuff like implanting a chip and whatnot. And you shouldn't be.
Yeah, because he can't consent. I guess that's the whole.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the. Yeah, it's not really right, but then it's like with every product that they make and they test vaccines on them as well. It's one of those things, isn't it?
No, but it's just one of them ones. It's like, oh, because we're the superior beings. Like you could argue that. I guess in this sense, I'll play devil's advocate in this sort of thing. But as you could say that, like, you know, like if you want to talk about, there's two perspectives you can take on it. You can talk about it from like a religious perspective. You can also talk about it from like a general, just a sort of like level-headed sort of like non-religious sort of scientific perspective. It's like, oh, like if it will create more benefit for society than do harm, then it's sort of like you can do it. Like if it's gonna, like, say you harm one rat that's gonna like save like, I don't know, 1 million lives, let's say, obviously you do it, innit? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's like whichever one's gonna be more beneficial to society.
The 1% who are usually vegan, that'll be arguing about it. So
yeah. But as in, you know, as in with these sorts of things, like not everyone's ever gonna be happy with the decision, innit? You're gonna piss someone off, like.
Yeah.
So it's just, you want to do which is damage control, innit? And you just got to think which sort of path is ethically more correct, innit? Obviously they consider a lot of things and stuff, innit? But I'm sure those are not causing like.
Have they started testing it on humans then?
I doubt it. I don't think so.
Are they that forward on it? Because there's also like do you see those two robots talking to each other in their own language? Have you seen that?
No.
So basically, I think it was like a year ago or something now, where like they create these two AI like robots, whatever, and they start communicating to each other in their own language, which we don't know about, and then we had to just basically turn them off or something because of it. It could turn into that, innit? Because let's say me and Harris download 1.9, you get 1.7. I download this new language pack that, like, let's say like a tribe in like the South American sort of area have, that me and Harish have got access to now. If we start communicating in a language that not many people are familiar with in this country, and just start walking around and doing whatever we want, sort of thing, and it's just a bit booky, innit? Obviously, government control and whatnot, they'll get onto it, but like making our own language. If we're able to do this, at some point we'll be able to make our own language, innit? It's very easy.
You could do it. What's stopping you from making your own language now?
Exactly. You can do it now, but I'm saying it'll be easier with this whole chip.
Easier,
Especially, it could change your personality as well, no?
Yeah.
The chip,
yeah.
potentially.
And would we be able to know what other people are thinking with this chip, by the
No,
way?
no, but the thing is, I was going to say that your thoughts are no longer private. So if you like have like some sort of anti-government thoughts here, but you're not going to say it, or like just something in it, they could literally like prosecute you because like you thought about it.
If I'm thinking like, obviously I don't think this kind of stuff, but if I'm thinking one day like, oh, like if let's put it this way. If I'm thinking suicidal thoughts one day, right? Lots of people go through that kind of stuff. will the government like quickly latch onto that and sort of stop me? Because then that's a good thing.
I feel like they're not. I feel like they're not allowed to, though. Innit? Like, like for all we know, like obviously, at the end of the day, we say the government are listening, whatever, cool. But like, just because they're listening doesn't mean that, like, say they're probably listening to the conversation or whatever. Like, say we're having our conversation on Xbox. Like, say I tell Kel, like, oh yeah, I'm like feeling really down. Like, say I'm having suicidal thoughts. Yeah, as much as the government that probably knows going on, they can't really just like burst and be like, oh, like you good sort of thing, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, so it's a thing of like, I feel like they won't be allowed to, but they will, but they won't be allowed to, innit? Like, legally, they won't be allowed to, but they still will, sort of things. They can't act on that. You get what I'm trying to say?
We'll
Like,
get like some helpline email in it, like on the slide, saying,
You
"Oh,
get ads pop up on
call this
Instagram.
number."
exactly.
Yeah.
But it won't be like okay, you get a call the next day from the government, not government, whoever's like whatever associated, like a helpline or something, being like, oh, hi, we heard this, you good, like, so that I don't think it'll be like that, but it'll be like, oh, you know, you might get ads, but not ads, you know what I'm trying to say, you might get some sort of like subtle hint, but I don't really think they can sort of do that. I feel like data rights and all that, you can't, they won't be able to like just fully gain access to everything in it. The thing Kel's saying about hacking and saying lying in it, that makes sense because it's like, oh, like, people could hack you and like sort of get into your brain, whatever, cool. But I don't really think in terms of like in a legal basis, I don't really think that there's too much that could be revealed to like the general public, is what I think.
To
but
the general public, maybe, but
yeah, but to the
some
government,
people, yeah.
I guess that's what everyone says. Is the one thing you have that the government don't know about is your own thoughts in your own head, isn't it? So one thing that no one else in this world knows about, but I guess
there's a Black Mirror episode on this as well, the Neuralink. I forgot what it's called, but it's something. If I find, I'll link you it. But it's kind of it's weird, isn't it? Like it's very.
I have a question as well. Who would you trust more? A private company with like a renowned status for good privacy, or the government? If it was a government-run program, who would you rather take, the private one or the government one?
It's like the Super League thing, in a way. It's like both aren't good, but like you'd probably run. I would choose a private company, innit?
Because I've had experience, not this experience, but like compared to going through healthcare privately or through NHS, if you have the money, you go privately. It's faster. It's better. It is better. So I'd say go privately.
What about you, Kel?
I don't know, because I feel like the government is more bound by law, and the private ones, it could like they're more. But it's like the privacy is less safe, but it's also like I don't know. They're both pretty techy.
Yeah, I feel like if you show enough money to this private company, then we'll be fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the government, like, you can't, like, you don't really give them money, you only pay your taxes and whatever, cool. But like in terms of government, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't really know. I don't know. I feel like both are evil. There's no like correct answer in that sense. I'd say they're both as bad as each other. But I'd probably just use a private just for the sake of it, for the pushing the agenda part. You know.
That's crazy.
Imagine watching this in 100 years' time. If it actually translates,
do you think
like they'll be watching it? No, I don't think any time
within like 20, 30 years, isn't it? It's like, like the Samsung chip. You guys know about the Samsung chip, bro. You put it into your wrist or something, and then you pay for.
Oh, I heard about some.
Yeah. That was a while back in there. I'm not sure if it did or not, but I remember watching YouTube videos on it like back in the day, like a couple years ago, innit? And the fact that stuff like this has like been pushed before, but there's obviously been a reason why it hasn't, like.
It's just ethically not right, though, is it?
I don't think it's physically like it's a feasible thing. Well, I guess you would have said that before Corona, innit? Like it wouldn't be physically possible to vaccinate everyone in the country, but they're gonna do that, innit? Or they're gonna try at least. You know,
but that's more of a thing that they have to do in it. They don't have to do this.
Yeah. How do you convince people to take it? Is the thing, like the chip.
It was a thing of how do you convince people to take the vaccine, innit? I'm sure if they do enough things.
Yeah, but the vaccine, it's one of those things. If you don't take a vaccine, you're more likely going to die.
Yeah. In this sense, they could. Oh gosh, if everyone else has got it and you haven't, you're going to be behind, innit? Like, significantly.
If everyone,
they create the problem and then they solve the problem.
But if there's a split. If there's like a massive split, because
there'll be a civil war, isn't it?
Yeah, if there's
if I'm working for the company that's making Neuralink, I'm obviously creating like a society where you need a Neuralink to sort of like get about in it. Like, where's gonna be like, oh, like only, you know how like Visa debit cards, whatever, only accepting Neuralink. Like, that. Like if you make it hard enough for them, that they're gonna have to like they'll fold in it. There'll be the small resistance, whatever, cool. But people will fold in it.
Right.
Like it's a sheep
Oh,
mentality.
like, he's got an Android.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? Like even bro, you look at Apple. Like Apple's such a good example. It's such good marketing. Yeah, like we all know that like products aren't that good. Like obviously they're like good, whatever. Yeah, but we will still get it every time because it's like it's their name, innit?
Yeah.
Like they'll find ways in it. Like especially because it's such a big like Elon Musk is behind it as well. Like such a big like influential person as well. Like I'm sure like they'll see what these men have done with.
Especially our generation as well. I think we all like Elon in a way. Like we all follow him. We all sort of like he's like our little.
His cars are called, isn't it?
Lots of people idolize him in it. So I get that. I see that.
It's weird and it gets you thinking, innit?
And you said, Kel, that like there'll be a way where I don't want to say, but the less educated, let's say, the less fortunate will get that the lower version.
The lower IQ,
and then the more richer and the more educated kids or people or human, like men, women, whatever gender you are, whatever pastor, whatever you are, you lot get this sort of chip. wouldn't there be like a war between
Yeah, because there'd be more of a divide than there is now. Like if you think about it, you don't have like a poor person, a rich person. If the poor person like goes to a public library and reads all these books, and the rich person just sits on his phone like in his room all day and doesn't do as much studying, like one will be more knowledgeable than the other. But then with this way, it's like set in stone. Like, oh, if you have more money, then you're automatically more like you have more knowledge. So it like divides everyone even more. It'll be a madness.
Like it's kind of naive of us to think that like there really isn't that divide. Like I feel like it won't really make that big of it because there's already like a big like you know what I'm saying, like you can say whatever like cool you give that poor guy like double the knowledge that the rich guy has, but just because the rich guy has money in it and like he has more opportunities, you know what I'm trying to say? Like there's a lot of like smart kids in like difficult situations, but there's less smart kids and better like they go to a better school whatever, so they just get better opportunities in it. Like in terms of there's a lot of people that know a lot more than say us, right? The positions that we're in today, but we've got these opportunities because we've been lucky in the way that like these sort of like what we've been brought up in it. So I feel like that point of us saying that it's just the way society is, isn't it? There's always that like there was always going to be inequality in it. So I just feel like in terms of that sense, it's just going to be like the way it is. Like it's just going to be like poor people get whatever, rich people get whatever, just how it is, isn't it? Like it's
but the way it is now, like you just said, Harish, like if a poor kid was to study X amount of hours and hours, there's still a chance of them because there's no sort of limit to what they can take in, right? They can still get into like an Oxford or Cambridge or Yale.
But the chance of it is so
right?
much.
I know, but there is still a chance.
It's still
there is still a possibility, right? With this chip thing, I don't know this, right? Do you have a ceiling, like a limit to how much? Let's say the poorer, less fortunate, get this chip where you have a capacity size. That means that they can't sort of learn as much as the richer, more fortunate can, in a way, right? So there's no way of them actually breaking past that. Whereas now we have that sort of, there is a chance in it, whether it's 1 or 2%, but there's still that chance in it.
Yeah. So the divide is set in stone now with that.
Yeah. I just feel like people find a way past it, innit? You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah,
like,
probably. I mean,
they probably will. Like,
jailbreak, innit?
I feel like initially anyway, like I feel like there's one thing about humans, innit? I don't know why it's getting so philosophical in it, but humans always find a way to like get past. Like that's why we're the most developed species, like trying to animals or whatever in it, because we always find that we're really quick to adapt in it. Like you see all the way everyone's adapted over the last year because of like Corona. You know, I'm trying to say like people like switched everything up when they were like proper. There obviously there was a small group of people that didn't care, of course, so naturally. But we're very adaptable in it, and I feel like in this sense that people just find a way to get around it.
But the ones that didn't survive were the less fortunate and the elderly.
Yeah, so I feel like it's a thing. It's just a difficult one, isn't it? I feel like it's weird, isn't it? I feel like it's just kind of a step in the wrong direction. Like hopefully it's not the way that we're describing it. Like hopefully I know it sounds really bad. Hopefully we put the wrong end of the stick in it. And hopefully it's not how we say it is, and everyone just gets equal, whatever, cool. But realistically, I don't think so. And I just think there's going to be some sort of way where rich people get benefit from this and poor people get like, you know what I'm trying to say? And I feel like it might get to a point where poor people can't even afford it and like they're going to be severely disadvantaged. And poor people is a really bad term to use, and it's really like a
less
sort
fortunate,
of less fortunate, like like less people that have less opportunities in it, stuff like that.
And
I just feel
for for people that, let's say, so Elon's making this this chip thing. This will basically take over like our devices, right? We won't need a phone, we won't need a laptop, we won't need this and that, etc. So Apple is basically our business in a way, unless they stick to the trend. And
it might work in conjunction. It might work in conjunction with the devices. I feel like I feel like there's still limits to what they can do with it. So I think it would still, but
because the guy's still playing with the device, isn't it? Like he's still playing a game.
Whilst
exactly. It wasn't just in his head, in it. You know what I'm trying to say? But
but you know the whole like financially, like, oh, this package is better. I feel like Elon Musk wouldn't do that, but it's when like other people take this. Say the same. Just want to make that little, in case Elon wants to watch the video. Yeah, everyone at Elon.
We'll get him on next week. And
I love how we're calling him Elon like we know him.
Yeah, sorry, Mr. Musk.
Mr. Musk.
That sounded really weird to say.
That sounds very odd.
How are we not talking about inequality? Why are we talking about inequality for?
But it was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. I knew this was gonna happen. Like there was the whole. I thought we were gonna go down the whole animal sort of welfare sort of like.
No, but like, as you know the article that I found out the name of the thing. There's a BBC article, and I was just flicking through it, and they were talking about how like they've done it on pigs and stuff as well. And like there is already like welfare concerns being raised in it. So I feel like for this to get pushed, there's gonna be a lot of like people that are sort of, you know,
we already have self-driving cars as well.
Yep, and there's been accidents where people die and on the news recently because apparently there were people that no one was at the wheel.
He'll be back.
And the one, like, there were like two people in the back and take control of it, so they died.
Oh,
like,
do that one again, you cut off.
Oh no! I was thinking it froze for like 2 seconds. I was like, huh?
Nah, you did. Yeah,
these people on the self-drive, I think it was a Tesla. There was no one sitting at the wheel, and so like there were like people in the back and stuff. And then something went wrong with it, and you know how you're meant to stay at the wheel so you can take control in that situation. They weren't there, so they died from the car crash that happened. Very mad, isn't it?
Self-car stuff can only work if everyone on the road is using self-cars and it's all being controlled by someone.
I don't like the idea. I'd rather control it myself.
Yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, it can never work. The whole flying cars thing as well, I don't think that will ever work. Like, you got planes, man.
It's funny because, like, you know, like back in the day, like, well, in 2020, people have flying cars and that. And
iRobot, innit? You watch iRobot?
Yeah, of course. I saw this film called 2020 as well. Like, that came out.
Yeah, that's the wait, 2020 or
was 2020?
I thought it was 2012.
I've seen 2012. Yeah.
2012. I think it's 2012. Sorry, I think it's 2012.
2012. The world was gonna end and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, and everyone at school was like getting ready to die.
I remember I was in I think I was in Portugal, and we were all just holding hands together, me and my family. Like we were gonna die because it was in like December time, innit? Like we thought, like in some sort of And it was,
in the Portugal in 2012. Oh my god, that's anyway, that's a times game. But yeah, no, I remember that. I still remember that was yesterday, innit?
Damn.
Weird,
Neuralink. Is there anything else that we're missing out on? Like, you're the educated one in it on this. You tell us.
Is there any more ethical concerns, because I feel like that's there's a lot of ethical concerns with these sorts of things.
I feel like the people they've made it for are like paralyzed people and stuff, but then how do they communicate whether they want to take it or not? Do you know what I mean? How do they give consent?
Hand signals, innit?
Oh man.
Like, yeah.
We'll see. Do you think so? You think 20, 30 years, yeah?
I think longer, maybe 50 years.
So,
and I don't think everyone will have it. I feel like some people will.
So we were basically, in conclusion, we already have it in it. That's okay. What can you do? By that age, by that measly age.
I don't think it'll work. I hope
it's very extreme, isn't it? That's the most extreme thing you could think of.
That's outrageous, bro. This is all like movie things you hear in the movie.
Yeah, it's just he's done a lot, Elon, the whole Mars thing and whatnot, and I respect him, SpaceX and all that, Tesla, whatever. But I think this is just a bit too sort of Like, come on, man,
Out
relax.
there, innit, yeah.
But
Nah, I
fair
agree.
play to him.
But they
Fair
did
play
say
to
that
him.
about automated cars and everything else. So you never know, guys.
They said that about
If
mobile
it
phones as
will
well. They
happen,
said about
Said that-
I don't think he'll be in our lifetime. Just put it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope so. I don't want to see it.
We're gonna be the last. We're gonna be the last
I-
purest generation.
I
innit?
just don't want to. Like, the whole everything. Just put it this way: everything that we've ever done in our lives, like in terms of education stuff, is just all in the bin. Yeah, everything's in the bin.
Yeah, but that's how these sort of things work in Agaash. Like, you know what I'm trying to say.
That's
That's how these, like, it's like with the computer, like typewriter's got dashed down the bin in it. Like, that's how things work in it. Like faxes and stuff like that. Like,
people out that. Oh, that was
no,
a
but like,
good one.
you know what I'm trying to say? Like with this sorts of thing, like that's what happens in it. Like that's how society works. Like stuff gets thrown out the bin and then other things get pushed in it. So something like this will happen in it, but I don't really think it's in our lifetime.
I want to be doing my exams. Yeah, I'm just gonna be thinking, what's the point? What's the point? Why am I doing this?
But I feel like in our lifetime anyway, it won't be to the extent that we're talking about. It'll just be like,
it may start to pop off like late on in our lives. Like it might start to be like,
but we won't be.
Oh, we'll be like back in my day. You didn't need all these chips.
If you want to see, you can check the podcast and what we thought about it.
They'll be laughing at us like, oh my days, what idiots.
Oh damn. I was gonna ask you something. It's stepping away from Neuralink. You two had a little debate on the Xbox and PS5 thing today. Have you not made your mind up?
Oh,
God,
no.
I don't know.
I've made my mind on, but it's just him. I
don't know. As in, I've been swayed recently. I've been hearing.
Because literally, I wasn't even woke up. I don't know what I was doing. I was literally just looking at my phone. I was like, yeah.
I didn't expect
guys, by
that.
the way, I'm switching to PS5.
Yeah, man just dropped it.
What's going on? Like, everyone just relax. Like, what's happening?
I don't know.
Go on. Well, I don't actually understand your reasoning.
Basically, so my reasoning in it, basically, one thing. Let me get this straight. I can't justify getting a new console unless other people get it as well. That's one I'm gonna say. I can't justify unless, because I'm not getting a PS5 to play FIFA. I wanted that. Like, I'm not gonna swear in it, but you know, I can't no in it. Like, I'm not gonna get a PS5 just so I can see like the 90th minute celebrations all running. Like, I don't need that in it. But the reason I would want to get PS5 over Xbox, obviously, I get Xbox is a better console, and like it's a better console. I'll admit that in it. But it's just the two things are the exclusives are better on PS5 in my opinion. But then Kel made the point about Spider-Man, you'll finish it in like 2 days, and you'll be like, I can't be able to play anymore, whatever, cool. But I think that in terms of the other games as well, in general, they're better in it. From what I think. The only thing that Xbox has on PS5 is Forza in it. But I didn't play Forza like that anymore, so I guess it's calm for me. And then the other things is
Halo.
And Halo, yeah. But
Xbox has it, yeah.
We didn't play Halo then, so but and then they have like what's it called? But there's another game as well that PS5 has that thing, doesn't. But basically, and then another thing I was thinking is, and obviously the controller is a big thing as well, because the Xbox controller is exactly the same. Like, it's literally the same. And PS5 is like, another thing is like, I know it sounds quite it's an excuse it's a pretty bad excuse, but it's like, like PS5 is a lot more different than the Xbox. Like, Xbox is just another one, and it's basically the same thing in it. But PS5 is genuinely very different from a PS4. And then you don't want the same thing over. You want a bit of change in your life. You know what I'm trying to say? And then
but then you'll get used to it. That's my argument. I thought that before. Remember when I said, I want to get PS5 because it's different and the controller. But if you think about it, like, you know, the features on the controller, like the haptic feedback stuff, after like a month, you're going to be like, oh, nah, this is pissing me off. I'm just going to turn it off on settings.
Nah, I've never turned off vibrations, and I always have all that stuff on.
But Harish, you know, like let's say like you're playing FIFA and your player's fatigued. It's gonna make resistance for you pressing the sprint RT. So it's gonna like make it harder for you to do it, and you're just gonna end up turning it off. You can turn it off, but then like, what's the point of the feature? Is the whole defeats the whole purpose, isn't it? But that's like one example, I guess. There's other example.
And I feel like obviously I have more friends on PS5 as well, and that's a thing as well to consider. But I guess
everyone does, isn't it? I feel like
everyone has more. Fair, everyone has PlayStation. Everyone has PlayStation.
And we're just like little. Obviously, we got lucky that all three of us had Xbox in it. We got lucky. But I guess another thing is like there's crossplay in it. So if it really came down to it, then we. But
not FIFA, nah.
Yeah, FIFA now is a problem, isn't it? FIFA will never get crossplay, which is the thing. I know it sounds like a really simple excuse, but FIFA on PS4, right? The player prices are more expensive on PS4. So it's harder to get a better team in it. Like to get a better team in it. In terms of that obviously it's just like but for me it would just be playing FIFA in it. Like I don't really play other games seriously in it. Like I'll play other games with my friends, but the only game I play seriously and devote time to is FIFA in it. So it's just whichever one's better for FIFA really would be for me, and I kind of just work around it. But yeah, and as in I'll get it in the summer in it. So I guess you don't get like a
hold on. No. Hold on. If okay, I'm assuming Kel gets the first one. He's going to be the first one to get it, right?
Yeah, I think so. When my parents told me they'd get me console for my birthday as well, so I guess the same, like literally the same. So it'd be I don't know.
I assume it's Kel. It'll be one of you. I think it's going to be Kel in like September.
Yeah, I think it'll be Kel as well.
In September time or August time. It'll be after the summer's done anyway. Are you still towards Xbox as of right now?
Yeah, he is, isn't it?
Yes.
And you, Kel, and you, Harish?
I think like recently, like I was speaking to like some of my uni lot in it. We just thought, and I don't know, they put ideas in my head and they were just like, oh, whatever. And I just started thinking about it, just reading stuff and just like watching videos and stuff.
Okay, so your PlayStation, at some point, you two will come to it. Because, okay, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be possible if you two get different consoles. Because I know I chat a lot and say I'm not going to be getting a new console, and when I will get it, and it depends on what you two get.
You can't get different. Obviously, you can't get different consoles.
It honestly depends on what you two get. So I just pray to Lord there that you two just don't get different consoles. Like on the same day, you might have like an argument. I get Xbox, I get PlayStation, and like it's separate. I'm just sitting. I'll move to computer now. I'll move to PC. Like I will.
3 different platforms. We'll literally be modded.
So like
you're wearing green right now. That's a good sign. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh god. Well, Kel, I mean, she doesn't. Yeah, I've got a green water bottle as well. Kel, you got a blue water bottle.
Wait, okay. Who's more easily swayed out the two of you? Are you like 100% Kel?
Yes.
Are you 100%? Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Then as me, because I guess in a sense me, because I only recently got introduced to the idea in it. But I just feel like it kind of just excites me, the thought of getting like a different console. I don't know if that makes sense.
That's
it's right. You know what? Well, by the time we made the decision, because I had that initial excitement and I dropped it like he did, and I goes, I'm getting a PS5, yeah. And you lot went into stuff like, you were like, huh? So now you can see the next like month, see what you think. Because the more that I thought about it, I was like, you know what? It's not actually even that deep. Like it's just.
So I initially was Xbox because my whole thing was that I've had Xbox my whole life. Like I've had this account for so long in it. But then Bob was kind of just like, okay, cool, but like, so like it doesn't matter in it. Like it's not as if like, oh, like realistically, what are you gonna carry on? You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's just like okay. But then I think part of me is like, oh, if you want to jump on Xbox with your Xbox friends, like you can always just jump on Xbox One again with them. Because like I feel like there'll be a point when you'll be able to crossplay like properly.
No, but I can't. If I stick with Xbox One, you two move to the next one. I can't play the new FIFA. Yeah, you do know that. Yeah?
That's the problem, isn't it? So
FIFA 22 is not on this gen.
It's not an old gen.
I can't.
I have to get it. Then I have to get it.
The FIFA 21 is the last one.
I
think I'm right on that. I think I'm right in saying that. But I think because I remember. Didn't you remember when they released FIFA 21? The next gen was going to be released like a month after the console, and they said if you have the old gen, you can switch over to thing. All the data will be transferred, but then from
it is on both. So FIFA 22 is likely to release on Friday the 24th of September, between Friday 24th of September and 8th of October.
But on Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
So what year is it?
Nah, but he'll get the new console before that.
Yeah, but as in, there's no point in getting Xbox One, Xbox Live, like just read that in it. Like there's no point in it. But I don't know. But we have to buy. I have to buy a new monitor as well, innit? That's
going to be a change for me. Like going from TV to monitor is the big change. Like it's going to seem like difference. Whereas for you guys going from monitor to monitor, I don't know.
It's not that deep, innit? Because my whole thing is like, oh, I want to like sort of like pattern my room this summer, innit? Like make it like nice again. So obviously, if I get a new console with that as well, it'll kind of just like
Yeah, but a new console can be an Xbox as well.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But I guess another thing as well, the Xbox is a lot smaller as well. It's small,
and it looks nicer, in my opinion. I don't know.
No.
What do you guys think?
The PS5 looks nice.
You like it? I think in black the PS5 would look sick, but like I don't like it looks like a spaceship, like a white.
It's just a box.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Xbox is sleek and like it'll just fit on the corner of your desk. The other thing looks like some Wi-Fi router thing, innit? You just slap it on there.
Okay, so You guys both agree that you guys will buy the same console, right?
Yeah, of course. But we can't really just not buy the
Yes.
same
I
console.
cannot
Unless it gets to a
wait
point
until
where
that
like,
happens.
unless it gets to a
Oh
point
my
where both of us are very like on the like either way, and then we just can't decide, and we're just like, okay, well, we can play Warzone console and then just cross platform, and then just.
I think it depends.
Yeah.
It just depends on Harish. You said your friends swayed you at uni.
Not swayed, but they told me like,
And
oh,
But then,
because
which friends will you play with? Like, what about your Xbox current friends?
Yeah,
Oh,
what
them
are
lot,
they?
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, that's the thing as well. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the more important, like, for gaming wise.
Yeah,
They're gonna be.
yeah. Because at the end of the day, like the ones that I play, obviously the people I play with the most is you two, and then my other Xbox lot in it. But then the thing is, the problem is the friend I spend the most time on FIFA with, he's on PS4 as well. In it, the one that proper like we talk about FIFA all day every day. He's on PS4 in it, PS4 in it. And there's you two. Honestly, I just don't know in it. And it's just like end of the day, because this sort of thing is just basically like I don't really care about the sort of specs in it. Like I don't really care. Like I'm not gonna lie, like as much as because the played, I'm not gonna care about like, oh yes, it's got like a better processor or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, I don't care in it. Like because it's not.
For me, it's just
really.
games and who's playing. Like if
And
everyone's
plus PS5 has share play as well, yeah. And that's quite good as well. It's just fun.
God,
like,
so you can open each other's packs and see the players.
And plus, there's more players on PS4 as well, like in terms of FIFA and stuff as well. There's more players, a lot more players in it.
Get both.
Yeah, say no, man. Kel, swing me the money in it. Say no, man.
No, I swear this guy said at one stage, "Oh, I might get both." You know, I think he did.
Nah, as in, I regret getting both of the Xbox and PS4 in it. I regret that like very much because I didn't use my PS4 at all. But I mean, what I could do, worst comes worse, if I get that, then I'll just get like the Spider-Man game on PS4 and then just play it and then just be like, oh, cool, just like the first one in it and then just play that.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
I probably should do. I'll do that. I'll definitely get the first one
Probably cheap,
because I want to play it. But because I have nothing to do then. No, I have a lot to do actually. Sorry, if my mom hears that, I have a lot to do. Nah, yeah, yeah. I don't know, and it's a weird one. I feel like it might just be a phase in it. But I don't know. I just get like excited thinking about having like a completely different console. But I feel like that excitement will just wear off in like a week. Like, okay, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
Interesting. You just set that off, man. That's how.
Yeah,
next time,
because
we're not going to be recording for a month. Yeah, I want to see when we come back. I want to see what he says.
Yeah, I'm gonna be looking back at this and be like, oh, what? Oh my! I'll be sitting there with my like new Xbox in front of me, be like, yeah.
Oh, they brought the new headset out as well, guys. The new
Xbox
good wireless one. Yeah, they brought the only one.
The PS4 looks cool as well. Yeah, I can't like the PS5 with the headset.
PS5.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
And plus, PS5 comes with a built-in headphone as well. Yeah. But,
yeah, the other one will have one as well, no?
The Xbox coming with the built-in headphones as well, like built-in mic.
It will either have a mic for the mouth thing, but it's still wireless, or it will have. Yeah, I think it does. Like it tucks in there, and then you just pull it out.
With the PS5, it's like built into the controller. I swear it's like that.
No, it's things built into the microphone on the like ear cup thing.
Yeah, Harish, how are you going to be able to hear? How are you going to be able to hear people if you?
It won't be as good.
You have wireless headphones in it. You have wireless headphones.
Oh, but then the mic is okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I just remember seeing videos like that. But honestly, I don't know. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting debate to have in it. I don't know. I feel like there's points for both in it. At the end of the day, honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter which one we get as long as we like all had the same in it. But we shall see.
We shall see. All right, we're gonna end it there. Hope you enjoyed that talk on Neuralink and Xbox versus PlayStation 5. What was I gonna say? I've been posting TikToks. Go check them out. They're doing all right.
Hey, if you came from TikTok, comment down saying,
"Oh yeah,
TikTok,
yeah." They're doing all right. I'll keep posting some stuff there. I'm gonna have to. Give us a like, give us a follow, subscribe, whatever. And I'll see you lot. Well, we'll see you lot. And I will put there are going to be new people on it. I was going to get more people on here, but everyone's just in exam mode and us three are all sort of used to the whole schedule in it. So once everyone's sort of free after exams and sort of okay, then I'll get lots of new people on here and we can be talking about a lot more stuff.
Fresh faces.
Yeah, mix up a bit. But yeah, I shall see you lot in a month's time. Stay safe. Have fun. See ya.